Hi Aries, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-December 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll get the past, present, and future energies between you and the main love interest. Then we'll pull oracle cards to help with the bridge and the gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot, and also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's a way around your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so for all that away, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Eight of Staves. So this is Sagittarius energy here. And the media says more likely there was a free-flowing amount of conversation between the two of you. You might have just hit it off naturally when it came to communication. And for some of you, this could also just be saying that some of that communication could have been at a distance. So whether that be through social media or phone, however the case may be. But that's what I'm seeing with that. Past energy on their side, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is actually Capricorn energy here. And what I'm getting from this could just be saying that they might have been trying to do some things beneath the surface to try to test the strength of your connection. So, some of it might have been above board, but other elements of it might have been a little bit more underhanded. But I feel like overall they were trying to do it with a good thought in mind, which is, okay, I want to really see if I could trust Aries. But, again, like I said, they might have done some things in a way that might not have been ideal. So let's just say a super generic example. Maybe they tried to see if they can make you jealous or something like that, right? Just to see, okay, how into me is Aries really, right? Stuff along those lines there. Present energy on your side, we have tradition. So this is the equivalent of the Hierophant in traditional tarot, which is Taurus energy. So yeah, this could just be saying that you actually do feel the desire for this to be a more traditional relationship and growing. And but what stands out with this deck for sure is the fact that we see the names Romeo and Juliet on the card as well. So maybe there's some element about it that's, I was going to say the word forbidden, but not necessarily that. But maybe there's just some obstacle in the way to it being a more formal connection. I think that's the better way to say it. And for some of you, maybe it's that distance thing, right? Because like I said, for some of you, this could represent communication at a distance. Present energy on their side, we have the High Priestess. So yeah, so to me this is the more likely they might not be communicating with you very often right now, if at all. We see the back turn to the cards on the side. And High Priestess energy tends to point more to relying on intuition. So they could be, still feeling you out, still thinking about you, right? Like I said here in the past, they might have been doing some things to test the strength of the connection as far as whether they could trust you or not. They might still be under that testing process, but it just might not be as evident right now, because they might just be relying more on intuition than actual physical acts to test it out. All right, future energy on your side, we have balance. So this is the equivalent of temperance in traditional tarot, which is a Sagittarius energy. So of course we'll be moving through Sagittarius season for a little bit more here, but beyond that, it could just be saying that you're actually going to feel like you really hit it off, and now you're actually able to. So even if you guys do have different approaches to things, you might feel like you're finally able to meet in the middle in a positive way. And future energy on their side, we have the Chariot. So this is Cancerian energy here. So for somebody, this could be pointing to a timeline as far as saying that the next full moon that we'll have will be actually in Cancer in very early January. So it could just be pointing to that for some of you. But if not that, it could just be saying that in general, they might finally feel like they reach a comfort level to now where they'll feel comfortable moving forward with the connection as well, right? So like I said here, look like they might have been doing some testing, trying to feel things out, and now we see a more deliberate act on their part to move it forward. All right, and bottom of the deck on your side, we have love. So this is the equivalent of the Lovers in traditional tarot, which is a Gemini energy. So again, to me, this points to the flow of communication between the two of you. And like I said, maybe it just felt very natural between the two of you. So when the two of you were communicating, right? Because like I said, it looks like maybe right now they might be a little bit more withdrawn. But I feel like when you do communicate with each other, it just feels like it flows very naturally and you feel a strong pull toward this person. All right. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Empress. So yeah, so this could just be saying that, maybe they are just accustomed to having a lot of attention thrown their way, right? So, and what can happen in that situation too, right, is you do have a tendency to be more picky, right? Because you have more options. So you have to be more discerning. Okay, who am I going to let in? Who am I not going to let in? So this could just be saying that maybe this was the energy that they were in that made it seem like they were moving more slowly, right, and really trying to feel things out. But again, like I said, it could just be because they had their fair share of options and because maybe they were just accustomed to people giving a lot of attention to them anyway without them having to reciprocate too much. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages Love Oracle card deck. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles. Okay, and we'll take this card. And next, I'll do the same thing with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So, just going to give this a few shuffles now. Okay, and we'll take this card. So first we'll see what the Messages of Love card has to say. All right, we have acceptance. It says everything happens for a reason. So in this context, what I'm primarily getting with that is, like I said, it seemed like there was a bit of a push-pull dynamic between the two of you, right? Where, like I said, in the past, it seems like they might have been trying to test things out to see, can I trust Aries or not? In the present, like I said, it seems like you're still pretty solid on the idea of moving the connection forward. They still might be trying to feel things out. Like I said, it looks like in the future, you'll both be on the same page to moving the connection forward. All right, and from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Time for a Nap. There's the artwork. The number is 24. Let's see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and the beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as far as, so even if we look at that Eight of Wands energy a little bit differently, right, where let's say this is saying that you were kind of trying to push the connection forward, right, and this person's like, oh, I really need to feel things out. Could be as simple as that, right, where it's saying, don't feel like you need to pressure yourself to move things forward. Just drop into a bit more of a natural flow, and then that'll give this person time to be comfortable and ensure that they could trust you, and then things will progress forward in a positive manner from there. But hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there. Hope you guys have a good holiday season and New Year, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.